There is a new kind of revolution in India's startup world, not from the usual founders, but from Indians who are returning home after studying in the United States. They are called Barbies, but no, not what you think. Not the dolls, not the toys. This is a startup label that is trending across India's tech circles. You're watching TimesXP and it's me, Driti Atri. Barbie stand for Bachelors Abroad Returning to Build in the Indian Ecosystem. Young Indians who went to the United States for their undergraduate degrees and then they came back to launch their own companies, scale startups, in fact, shake up entire industries. Well, this moment is turning heads because these returnees, they bring something really unique. Global exposure, deep India focus, fast execution as well. Another question, why undergrad return is so much different this time? Well, most Indians who study abroad do it for masters or maybe higher education, but this particular group goes for a 4-year undergraduation degree in top foreign universities. Now that's expensive, that's competitive and extremely rare. That means that they often start building early rather than setting into job setups abroad. They return with global network, cutting-edge skill. In fact, confidence to tackle the big problems, a mindset turned for fast growth and scale. Well, the new age founders emerging from this trend. Top in the list, one of the most talked about success stories linked to this phenomena is Zepto, the Indian quick commerce startup that delivers groceries in minutes. The founders studied abroad and then they came back to build one of India's fastest growing tech businesses. But you know what? Zepto is just the tip of the iceberg here. Other Barbies are busy building companies in quick commerce and logistics, e-commerce and consumer brand, fintech and digital payment here. In fact, B2B software tools, gaming, entertainment, education, tech. And here, their impact is growing really fast. These returnee founders, they often move faster than others. They hire quick. They think in global terms, they chase big. Mass market opportunity right here in India. And yes, they aren't just building small ventures, they are building companies that scale across India's massive market and beyond. Their success is starting to change how investors look at India's startup ecosystem today. Another important question, where do they come from? Here's the answer. The Barbie group is small but very powerful. Most have backgrounds like elite Indian schools, top US undergraduate universities, early tech and startup experience, a global mindset with local ambitions. It's not easy to get there. Undergraduation in the US, it is expensive and extremely competitive, but those who do come back with a different edge, well, they hold a place here. Now let's talk about why India is the draw now. For decades, global talent stayed abroad seeking jobs, security, but today they are choosing India to build and scale big businesses. Why now? Because India's digital economy, it is booming. Infrastructure and funding are growing. The market is huge. Unlike anywhere else, investors are eager to back the bold founders. These returnees are not just joining the ecosystem, they are reshaping it from the inside out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the end, this is not a fad, it's a new wave. A wave of young Indians with global learning who come back to build something massive, something meaningful, something rooted in Indian future. And the rise of Barbie founders, well, it may be one of the biggest stories in India's startup history today. So stay tuned because we are watching the future of India's innovation unfold.